And welcome back. This is News Desk on JoyNews. And it's time for Tech Talk with Kobe, Spiky, and Nkrumah. Hi, Spiky. Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well.
Okay, so we're going to go through a few things this morning. The first is the iPhone 11 Pro review. Apparently, Apple scores a near perfect 10 thanks to battery life, cameras, and phenomenal performance. And there's also a story about a man who is crediting his Apple Watch feature for saving his father's life.
Yeah. So with the iPhone 11, it's out now for people to buy. Apple launched it. It's the latest device, and I have to say,
that's the one with the 3 cameras,
the one
right?
with the 3 cameras.
Okay.
Yes. Even though some people said it was triggering their trypophobia and everything, but the cameras have proven to be very, very good. I've seen some reviews online, and well, this is Apple. They're very good at what they do with the cameras. But then the battery life. So some YouTubers did a test where they compared it with all the other flagship models, all the other very latest phones, and it lasted very, very long. It beat all the other phones. So Apple's claim that its battery life is the best right now has been proven. It has the best battery life. So it has good camera, one, it has very good battery life, and then the design. Apple has moved away from the glossy back of a phone, you know, the glass now. Everybody's like, they put a frosted back. Some people like it, some people thought it didn't. I saw it myself, and I think it looks very good.
I see. How much would it cost you if you wanted one? About how much?
So I've seen I know the price for the highest end, because I would obviously want to use the highest end, and it's about 10,000 Ghana cedis for the iPhone Pro Max 512 gig, and about 9,000 for the 256 gig. So the waters down.
Depending on the gig as you come
yeah, so the least one comes in about 4,000 for the iPhone 11.
Wow. And then there's also a man who credits the Apple Watch feature for helping him save his father.
Yeah. So when Apple launched the Apple Watch, honestly, I was very, very enthused about it. I thought finally some innovation in the wearable department. It has an ECG, meaning that you can take your electrocardiogram with the watch, and it has fall detection. So when you're wearing the watch and you have a fall, it can detect that you've fallen and then call the appropriate, officers to come and come to your aid.
Okay.
So his father was riding and he had a fall, and then the watch detected that he had a fall and then called 911. And the watch sent his location, because where he had fallen, it would have been difficult for them to find him, and he had hit his head. So he was unconscious, and the watch sent his location, and they found him. So when they went to the location, when the son went to the location, his father wasn't there, but then he got a notification that he had been
taken to the hospital.
And that was
wow,
a great
that sounds pretty amazing. That sounds really amazing.
Technology saving lives.
It does, especially if there are ambulances that actually work and paramedics that are trained to do so. So I don't know about how that will work well in Ghana. But Facebook is also apparently rolling out a test to hide your likes.
Yeah. So
why'd they want to do that? They're trying to stop the dopamine shots that we get from the number of likes that we get.
Exactly, and the pressure. Some people get pressured to want to, go and check, I just got 100 likes. I need to do something more to get more likes. And especially for the teenage, populace, the young ones, they're getting addicted to the should I call it currency? And they've been pushing themselves too hard to do stuff. You heard sometimes some guy was doing this thing where he was on a building and he fell to his death, all because of likes. Everyone is trying to do these things for the likes. And Facebook is saying they're testing this feature. They started in Australia. They're going to see how it's going to pan out. It's more directed. They say they want to make Facebook less stressful to use. And they started this on Instagram too. Facebook owns Instagram. So if they're doing this on Facebook, it means that it's working for them on Instagram, and they want to bring that feature to Facebook.
I don't know how well that will work, because I think the thing that feeds our addiction sometimes is social media. Are the chemicals that our bodies releases when we get this kind of approval from people. And so that's what actually feeds the addiction biologically. So if you're taking that away...
Well, they're not taking it away from everyone. They're taking it away from the people who are watching your posts. So you can see it, but your followers can't see how many likes you got.
Oh, so I can see that maybe I've gotten 500 likes, but other people who are... But the thing is, they don't get the dopamine high from the number of likes I get. I get the dopamine high.
If you go and see that you got 500 likes, and then you go and check Spiky's page, and Spiky just did this and he got 1,000 likes, that takes your dopamine high away, doesn't it?
I don't know. Well, we'll watch that space and see how that goes. But apparently, that the Notorious GandCrab hacker group are returning from retirement. Why are they returning from retirement?
Well, take it this way. You created software, or should I say malware, viruses, that made you about $2 billion, and you decided, hey, we made enough money, let's retire. Wouldn't you want to come back when that money starts to finish? That's
you think that the money
is finishing and they're coming back for more.
$2 billion.
They made $2 billion. GandCrab made about $2 billion from selling tools that other hackers or other bad people on the internet could use to either hack people, spread around ransomware. And when you say ransomware, they basically encrypt your files and ask you to pay a fine
before they open
it for you. And they made so much money. And they said, okay, you know what, we're done, we've retired. But now there's a new strain of viruses going around called Revo or Sondinokobi. And according to security researchers, these have traits of GandCrab in there.
So it looks like they're coming out of retirement to make more money.
Make more money.
Wow, interesting stuff. And Amazon's Alexa gets Samuel L. Jackson's and other celebrity voices. What's that?
So you know how you have your phone say, hey Google, and it responds, and it can talk back to you. Imagine if when you say, hey Google, or hey Siri, or hey Alexa, it sounds like
Alexa.
Samuel.
And the response is there. I want Idris Elba. So hi Alexa, hi Animwa, and it's Idris Elba. Yeah, that would definitely give me a dopamine high.
And this,
but
it comes at a fee. Because obviously you had to pay these celebrities to record.
How expensive is it?
It says about $1.
Every time?
I don't think it's every time.
It won't be every time, so maybe a month or bi-weekly or something like that. Well, Samuel L. Jackson has a really good voice. So
you know, I like his M word that he throws around a lot.
Do you think that he's going to use that with Alexa and stuff?
Would.
Well, we'll have to watch that space to find out. And that's all on Tech Talk with Spiky. Spiky, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay out of trouble.